This is my bad feminist take. If I'm going on a date with a man, I want to be courted. I do not want to go 50-50 because if I'm going to go on a date with a man, I am only open to experiencing the benefits of the patriarchy. If I have to pay to hang out with a man, I'm not going. And it's not even about like, I could like the guy, he could be good company, but it's like the thought of that makes me want to yak, because if I'm going to pay to do something, I'm going to do it alone. And I know that modern men want to go 50-50. Excuse me, sir. I am only going to participate in these patriarchal shenanigans if it's for the free. Why would I pay to participate in the shenanigans? It makes no sense to me. One of the most insidious and ridiculous effects of the patriarchy is literally women paying 50-50. Men going around being like, it's 2021, equal rights, right? You're gonna pay 50-50? The fact that men expect 50-50 from women when women don't get 50% of anything. 50% of the money, 50% of the privilege, 50% of the safety, 50% of the space they're allowed to take up. None of that, but pay. Pay equal amounts, even though you don't have equal rights. Do you understand how ridiculous that is? Like, it's really just dawning on me now. It's like, why are we starting at the end? Why are we starting with women pretending like they're equal before they get equal? Because it benefits men. It benefits men to say, oh yeah, I'm feminist. I believe in women paying 50-50 on dinner dates. And that is the only time they believe in equality. Make his pockets hurt.
What's the saying, gentlemen? If you've been privileged your entire life, equality feels like oppression. You see all these girls ranting about how life is so difficult for them and they're oppressed by the patriarchy. They are literally the most privileged group of individuals on the face of the planet, guys. I'm going to pull up some comments here momentarily, and we're going to take a look at what some of these individuals have said. Check this out, okay? So this was from the first video that we just watched, and we have here a woman, I'm assuming, called Nomi4506, who says, "We don't have equal pay yet. They definitely should be paying." You have equal pay, Nomi. It has been illegal for many years now to pay someone a different amount on the basis of their sex, right? But here we are in the year 2022, we have all of these girls crying, saying that life is so difficult for them and that men should pay for them. I thought you were strong and independent. But what is going on, guys? It is Taylor The Fiend back again with a blocked nose, ready to take a look at some of these ridiculous videos, guys. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments, and we are going to address these videos one at a time, and I assure you there is no short of craziness today. So let's take a listen one more time.
This is my bad feminist take. If I'm going on a date with a man, I want to be courted. I do not want to go 50-50 because...
You know, that's a little bit too bad. That really is too bad, okay? I see a lot of individuals have this attitude, okay, where they want to, you know, treat men... Men ain't crap, right? Men are privileged. Men oppress us, okay? But I want to have the benefit... I want a man to come along and be traditional to me, right? So... men are the enemy, okay? But at the same time, I want him to bend and treat me like a queen. Interesting.
If I'm going to go on a date with a man, I am only open to experiencing the benefits of the patriarchy.
Isn't that weird, guys, how these are the same girls that will cry about being objectified, okay? But this woman only wants to go on a date if she's the one who doesn't have to pay. It's very interesting how the same individuals who will complain about being objectified for their body or whatever else will then turn around and objectify men for their wallets. Oh, I'm not going if he's not paying, right? I don't want to deal with him if he's not at least 6 foot tall. I don't want to deal with him if he's not making 6 figures, okay? I want an ambitious man, right? We all know what that's code for, okay? But it sucks when it happens to them, right? But when they turn around, oh, they're perfectly happy putting this crap all over the internet.
If I have to pay to hang out with a man, I'm not going. And it's not even about like, I could like the guy, he could be good company, but it's like the thought of that makes me want to yak.
But hang on. I thought that we were strong and independent, okay? But it makes you yak, right? It makes you throw up if a man doesn't pay for you, right? So you want a man to take care of you, but you're a strong and independent womanist. Okay, yeah.
Because if I'm going to pay to do something, I'm going to do it alone. And I know that modern men want to go 50-50. Excuse me, sir. I am only going to participate in these patriarchal shenanigans if—
So going on a date, right? Going to lunch, going to have dinner to this woman is patriarchal shenanigans, right? These people live in a world where they unironically still think that women are paid less money, that women are afforded less opportunities. Guys, if you go to an engineering classroom, okay, where you've got university students who are studying to become fully fledged engineers, and you walk into an engineering classroom, any STEM classroom, guys, I don't care, ICT classroom, whatever. You walk in there, you will see 90% plus of men. Okay, it's not like the opportunities aren't there for you to be rich and none of these girls who complain about being broke or who complain about, not being in CEO positions, none of them spend their lives trying to ascertain the position of a CEO. Maybe of like some little business that they set up on Instagram where they sell bracelets or some crap. I'm pretty sure this woman does painting. Okay, right? But they never actually put in the work to do these things. They never enter the fields. And you know what? Ironically enough, guys, the fields like engineering, fields like ICT, they would love to have women. They incentivize women heavier than men because they know it gives them virtue signaling points, right? Women are given more opportunities than men to enter these fields simply because there are less of them there because they don't even want to go, right?
if it's for the free. Why would I pay to participate in the shenanigans? It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, and I get the feeling that a lot of things don't particularly make sense to this woman, but it is what it is. Let's take a listen to the next video. Again, guys, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments as well.
One of the most insidious and ridiculous effects of the patriarchy is literally women paying 50-50.
Yes, that damn patriarchy making us go 50-50 on dinner dates. Sounds rough. Guys, I swear, you guys leave that comment. I see it all the time in the comments section. Some dude's always like, equality feels like oppression to those who are privileged or something along those lines. And really, when you hear sentences like that, it's just like that encapsulated in one singular sentence,
Men going around being like, it's 2021, equal rights, right? You're gonna pay 50-50? The fact that men expect 50-50 from women when women don't get 50% of anything.
Women do not get 50% of anything. That's interesting, right? Because when we look at society, guys, and when you look at, the dynamics between genders, most men will give you 100% of anything they have, right? Good, dude. You literally, man, go on Twitch, okay? You guys know Twitch, the streaming platform. It used to be for video games. Now it's just kind of become degeneracy over time, okay? But you go to some of these chats, guys, where like they're not even playing video games. They're not there to be entertaining, right? Let's be clear about that. You look at the chat, you got dudes throwing so much money at these women, right? Like so much money. And these are these girls who can sit there and do nothing. Literally, you can get on the internet as a girl, guys. You don't have to say crap. You don't have to, you don't have to provide commentary. You don't have to provide thought. You can just sit there, right, on Twitch and not even play games. Or if you play games, you can play like, I don't know, lowest rank possible. And people are going to throw their entire wallet at you, right? Want to have a full-on relationship with you. And you're claiming that you only get 50%? Nah, man.
50% of the money, 50% of the privilege, 50% of the safety, 50% of the space they're allowed to take up.
What is this woman smoking? Seriously. Okay, so apparently men and women are allowed to take up different amounts of space. Like, Like what? Apparently we're afforded different amounts of protection. If anything, women are protected significantly more than men. Like I'm dead serious, guys. Like it's not even close. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, okay? But women are, all a woman has to do, a woman can get every single person in her environment to protect her simply by claiming that she's the victim. She doesn't even have to say why she's the victim typically. She just has to say, oh, you know, he's mean. And all the guys in the vicinity will go, yeah, let's get him, right? It's ridiculous.
None of that, but pay. Pay equal amounts, even though you don't have equal rights.
I'm confused. I've said this many times on the channel, but girls will say that they don't have equal rights. Okay, give me an example where a man has more right. You know, it's weird to me, guys, how these girls will say this, but they cannot give one example of where men have more rights than them. You know, this is the year 2022. You guys can vote. You guys can go out and do whatever you want to. You know, you guys can vote. You can have your equal pay, right? But it's still, my life is so difficult. Men always earn more money than me. Men can walk alone at night. It's like, do these people not understand anything? You know, I feel like whenever we see videos like this, it's almost just like propaganda, really.
Do you understand how ridiculous that is? Like, it's really just dawning on me now. It's like, why are we starting at the end? Why are we starting with women pretending like they're equal before they get equal?
I'm going to pull up the comments again so you guys can see this, okay? So this is the comments on the video that we're watching right now, not the first one that I showed you previously. And again, we have a woman here called Maria saying, paying half when they get paid more for the same work that we do. There is no equal paying out until there is equal paying in. Simple. If he asks, he pays. You're a queen. Pay equal amounts even though we don't get paid equal amounts, says Chloe. This, with a stupid amount of S's, says Romy, right? Holy hell, this is ridiculous, man. Like, if you read some of these comments, it's like you just get a headache instantly. Like, how many women of these have consecutively said, we need to get paid equally? Like, these girls don't even know that it's illegal to pay a woman less. Like, it really is just simple, guys. If corporations could get away with just hiring women because they could pay them less, like, why the hell wouldn't you just do that? Okay, of course not. But let's continue.
Because it benefits men. It benefits men to say, oh yeah, I'm feminist. I believe in women paying 50-50 on dinner dates. And that is the only time they believe in equality. Make us.
If you didn't catch the end there, I'm going to show you what she said because I kind of just muted it because I thought it was over. Okay, listen to what she says at the end right here.
Make his pockets hurt. One of the most...
Make his pockets hurt. That's disgusting. I'm pretty sure I saw a comment of a woman in here saying that, you know, that's what she did to her husband and whatever. Just disgusting stuff. But let's continue on to the next clip because speaking of delusional womanists, we have here another one. Now, you might have seen this woman on the channel before, guys. These women make videos that are these last two videos, by the way, this one here and this one has over 46,000 likes on it, so many more views on it. This one has 120. This one I think has like over 4 million views. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it has over 4 million views. Ridiculous. But let's continue to the next one.
So I was just thinking about how many men say we need them to survive. But if you really believe that, then why do so many of you abandon your own children to be raised solely by women? Why do you
it's you know, you hear this argument over and over again that men are just out here abandoning their kids and abandoning their families. And I'm sure there are, okay? I'm sure there are many dudes out here who ditch their kids and that's awful and that's terrible. They leave their families, awful stuff, okay? But I tell you what I do see a lot of as well, okay? What I see, actually, I don't see too much of that, but I'll tell you what I see a lot of. I see a lot of girls who will remove men from families, okay? Who will remove men from their children. I think it was MTR. Shout out to MTR. He makes great content on YouTube. I think recently he did a video, right, where a woman was describing how she just wouldn't call her baby daddy, right? Because he was like, you know, she just kept the father out of the kid's life because of her own ego, right? Many of these girls, they don't care about the kids, okay? They don't care about who they're raising. they'll just cut the dude out of the life because you know what? They can. Typically they can, guys, because they get paid by the government. But let's continue.
Refuse to pay child support if we need you to support us financially? Why are you out late at night cheating with another woman if your wife needs you at home for protection? And why don't you step in when you see a woman being harassed in the street if we need you to keep us safe? You know we don't need you, but you want us to believe we need you.
You know, she says all this, right, while she's in a house where the electricity only runs because men manage it, right? The walls are put up by men, the paint's put on by men. Okay, her makeup was probably created by men. Like, it gives me a headache. Guys, sometimes watching this crap, like, it just genuinely gives me a headache. She's like, we don't need men to survive. Oh, really? Like, the walls surrounding you would say otherwise, right? Your plumbing would say otherwise. The people who collect your trash would say otherwise. But anyway.
Because the truth is that if we needed you to do it all, we wouldn't be doing it all on our own. Thank you.
Except you're not doing it all on your own. Okay, you're not like, I don't know this woman's backstory. I think that she's a single mother who doesn't have a partner. That's from what I understand from seeing her videos. Maybe I'm wrong on that, okay? But it doesn't seem to me like she has a partner. But let me say this. If you are a woman and you have a kid, you can get supported for that. You are literally incentivized to break families apart. You really are. Because you can, at any point in time, you can say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to ditch the dude, and then I can just get the government to pay me. And guys, let's be super honest about this, okay? As far as child support goes, do you guys honestly believe that the child support goes towards the children? Right? I believe that many, many times it really doesn't. It just goes towards the woman. Right, I see a lot of single mothers, guys, who'll be out here, right? And they'll be like, oh, life is so hard for me. And then they'll get like child support payments, they'll get government checks or whatever. And then they just spend it on like cigarettes and crap. It really is disgusting. But let's continue to the next video, because if you thought we were done.
But I have some controversial advice. We need to let our height preferences go.
Listen, no. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm 5'9.5".
If you didn't catch what the woman at the beginning said, she said, we need to let our height preferences go in men. And this woman says no.
I'm a tall person, okay? I'm a tall woman. And I have dated shorter men. And they're mean.
Wait, did this woman just say she was 5'9" and she was tall? Hang on, let me listen to this.
No. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm 5'9.5". I'm a tall person, okay? I'm a tall woman. And
you're above average for a woman, but you're not a tall person. Yeah, okay.
And I have dated shorter men. And they're mean. Is it just my... Listen, did you read Of Mice and Men? You know Curly, the short one who has the gloved hand and is really aggressive and hates Lenny because he's bigger than him and takes out his aggression on everyone because he's short and mad about it? I've been through it. I've been through that and I won't do it anymore. Literally, the reason I prefer taller people now is not even the height. It's the complex, because the complex that short men develop is not good for my mental health. And I have been through it. And I'm actually the bitch to like a short guy. So.
But
I don't know. That sounds like some stereotyping to me. Have you guys ever noticed how when we watch these videos, okay, what they'll do is they'll sit here on a video and they'll say XYZ, okay? Or this is unfair, or whatever the case may be, but then they turn around and then they do the exact same thing. Let me give you guys an example, okay? It is bad to say that, for example, a woman is a 5'6". It's bad to rate a woman's attractiveness with a number, okay? But then the same women will come out here and say, okay, I don't want to date short men, right? Okay, don't objectify us, right? But I'm not going to date short men. Don't objectify us, but you need to open your wallets anytime you want to interact with us. It's really weird how that works. Let me guys tell you a story as well, right? Is a lot of the short people I know, they're fantastic people, right? They put in a lot of hard work. I have one of my friends, guys, I think I've mentioned this guy on the channel before, okay? He's significantly shorter than me. I don't know his exact height, but the difference is comparable. I'm 6'3", and my friend is like, I want to say like lower 5 foot, okay? This guy can outbench me, and it's not even close, right? He literally does, I think at this point, he does damn nearly double his body weight in bench. It's ridiculous. One of the most fantastic dudes. He's been a good friend of mine for a long time. Nobody tell him I said that, all right? If anyone asks, tell him I said he sucks. No, but he's a great dude, okay? But you come out with videos like this who just stereotype men and go, oh, I'm not going to date short men because they're awful, right? Okay, but it's perfectly okay for her to do stereotypes, but if you do the same thing, it's awful. And guys, there is many videos I didn't really want to show of this woman's TikTok on YouTube. There's another one where she literally gets, you know, has a go at someone for quote unquote, you know, doing certain other stereotypes. It's very, very, very hypocritical, her entire thing. But let's continue on to the next video, and then we'll I think we have a bunch more, unfortunately. Maybe we might leave the episode a little bit shorter because I'm getting a headache and I need to head out soon. But let's take a listen.
Oh, don't worry. Society expects plenty from women. We're expected to age gracefully, but never let ourselves go, work like we have no children, and parent like we have no job. They'll call the stay-at-home mother unfulfilled, but the working mother selfish, all while childless women are considered incomplete.
Okay, so I'm getting the vibe that this woman is definitely a single mother who doesn't work. That's the... You know, that's what I'm gathering from these videos.
Go chase that career, but never at the expense of a family. Think like a man if you want to be successful, but don't act like one if you want to be liked. We're supposed to mother our husbands, but never treat them like children, and put out on demand, but demand respect. Married and miserable is better than single and happy. Don't stay with an abusive man, but never break up your family. Don't marry a bum.
I want to address that very last point that she made right there, because I think that was probably the most disgusting of all of them. Again, there's actually someone in the comments who says the same thing. I'm going to pull this up so you guys can see if I can hit the damn right button here. Okay, so check this out. This woman in the comments says the exact same thing that the woman in the video just said. She says, don't stay with an A-word man, but don't break up your family. That hits. Guys, I'm gonna lay something on you, okay? It's going to be revolutionary stuff right here, all right? Let me just rub my eyes. Oh, my eyes are stinging from looking at this garbage. Okay. This woman right here says, don't stay with an A-word man, but don't break up your family. I have a better idea, okay? I have a much better idea. How about you select better men? How about you don't have family with an awful guy, right? Because there are plenty of men out here who are good guys, like genuinely good guys. They have fantastic morals. They want to have kids. A lot of dudes out here have stable lives, stable careers. Okay, they've been working a long time, and many of them think, you know, I just want to have a family. And they have good morals and they have good ethics, right? But who do a lot of these modern women choose? They choose the bad guy. That's awful. Okay, they choose the guy who's quote unquote emotionally manipulative. Right, the guy who's a quote-unquote narcissist. And whenever I hear these girls throw around this word, let's be honest, they have no idea what the hell that even means. Okay, they'll date these men with all of these terrible qualities. What are they called? Like the dark triad traits. Okay, but then they'll complain about this. Right? How about you choose men better? How about you choose the people that you let into your life better? And this is the importance, guys, of like having a strong father in the picture, okay? Because there was a time when, you know, if a father is in the picture, he's going to help you with this, right? Guys, like, I think that fathers have some of the best judgment on this sort of stuff. Fathers can tell you, you know, that dude's no good, this dude's really good. They can tell the difference, okay? But nowadays, you can't say crap like that because you're oppressing women. Right, if you have a daughter and you go, that guy is no good, right, and you tell her not to date him, you're controlling, you're awful, okay? But then you have all of these, look how many likes this comment has. Let's look at this, okay? This video, this one right here, let me see if I can pull up the right thing again. This video has 846,000 likes on it, okay? And this comment alone right here has 6,182 likes on it. There are 6,182 women who seem to agree with this statement. Okay, maybe just select better men. I know that's a crazy idea that involves some accountability, and I think I lost all of them saying that word, but let's continue.
For love, but don't stay with a successful man for security. Don't be dependent on a man for money, but don't emasculate them by earning more. They'll tell us to embrace our...
No guy. I don't think I've ever heard any guy say that he has an issue with women earning money. I really don't hear that opinion. I truly don't. Dudes don't care how much money you earn. I don't care how many times people say this. I don't care how many times these girls get on TikTok. No dude gives a... Maybe there's like some exceptions, okay? But the large majority of men don't care about how much money you make. They don't care about where you went to school or, you know, like how strong and educated are you. That's good for you. Okay, but it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. No guy's looking at your wallet and going, you know what? I'm not going to date her because she earns more money than me. I'm not going to date her because she earns less money than me. Men really don't care too much. There's exceptions, obviously, but dudes don't care about what's in your wallet. Now let's flip the script a little bit. Girls care very much about what's in your wallet, right? And not necessarily always just because of, you know, they want your money, right? But because having that money indicates something. You see what I'm saying, guys? Where it's literally just projection. It really is. Dudes do not care about your money and about your career. We really don't.
Our sexuality, but have some self-respect, and to care about our appearance, but stop looking for attention. Just say no, but let him down easy. Be aware of your surroundings, but stop being so dramatic. Practice self-love, but don't love yourself too much. Dream big, but stay small, and would you like me to keep going?
The fantastic thing about all those little arguments right there is every single one of them, if you just sit down for 2 seconds and you think about it, they make absolutely no sense. Okay, so for example, the one there where she said, you know, take care of your appearance, but don't go hunting for validation or something like that. It's very simple. You know, take care of your health, take care of what you put into your body. Okay, shower, but don't go out here posting half-naked photos on Instagram. Right? All it takes is like 2 seconds of thinking to go, wait a minute, that really makes no sense. And we're back at square one. And of course, guys, like, look at this. Okay, how many times have we seen this as just a gigantic red flag? I don't know if you can see because of how the screen's set up right here, but this woman has the most gargantuan nails I've ever seen. Right? And I'm just thinking to myself more and more every time. There it is right there. You see that frame? Right? Every time I'm starting to see these nails now, it really just indicates a giant red flag to me, right? Yeah, it really does. But let's continue, guys. We have some more clips here that I'm going to show momentarily, and then if we have time, we'll jump into Reddit stories, but I don't think I'll have time because I really need to be leaving the house soon. So let's take a listen to some of these little videos right here and what some of these women have to say.
Okay, so I don't know how I'm gonna do better at dating, but so far I'm not doing great at it. I just recently became single, and I'm just trying out the dating app thing for the first time. Wow, you guys weren't kidding. It's not very fun, but...
The dating apps aren't very fun, says the... You know, guys, if women say... I would encourage you, for any of you like who don't understand this, there are many YouTube videos out there at this point. I mentioned this one the other day, but there's a YouTuber called It's a Gundam, and I'm a huge fan of It's a Gundam's content. The guy puts crazy effort into his videos. He did a video quite a while ago now where he covered men making fake profiles of attractive people, right? And the differences in response that they get to the people on the platform. It's totally ridiculous. If you're a woman, right, especially this girl right here, she doesn't look half bad. If she went on a dating profile, like, the woman would be like Thanos on there. You see what I'm saying, guys? Just absolutely omega powerful, and these individuals are crying about it. It's crazy.
I matched with this guy, and I do not have on my profile that I'm a mom, because there's like this weird MILF fetishy thing. I've met guys.
That's where the issues come in. I see now. Okay, we're a single mother. Okay, we've made things a bit more difficult for ourselves. Okay,
guys who will like literally only match with moms because they have this weird fetish thing. And so I don't tell them until we're talking that I have kids, and then I'm like, hey, I have kids. If you're not cool with it, it's whatever. Half the time I get ghosted after that. It's fine. So...
You know what's funny? Even though this woman has kids, is like she'll still get infinitely more matches than any man on the platform. She could put that she has kids in her bio and it wouldn't matter. Like, that's the funny thing. Even though she hurts her chances by having kids, there's always going to be some dude who's willing to come into her life and just give her 100% of everything, which really harps back into the TikToks that we watched at the beginning of the videos, right? Where the girl was like, oh, you know, we don't get 50% of anything, and yet single mothers can get on dating apps and have dudes just grovel to them saying that they'll give them a relationship. Yeah, what a hard life.
I'm about to head home right now from what I thought was going to be a date. I've been talking to this dude on Bumble, and we had agreed to meet at this like little local cafe, coffee shop, whatever, and tonight. And I was texting him saying that I was going to be a little late, and the messages wouldn't deliver. They had sent his text message. I have iPhone, he has iPhone as well, and it's usually iMessage. And I'm just like, whatever, I'm already on my way. And so I get here to the coffee shop and I go in, there's no one around. I call him, go straight to voicemail, and I'm just like, what the am I being stood up? I check Bumble.
Well, I mean, you were late, right? How's it being, unless I'm missing something here, guys, I kind of black out when I watch these videos, to be honest with you. This woman's complaining about being stood up, but she was late. Maybe the guy just thought you weren't coming and he left, right? And you could make the argument that if the girl doesn't show up on time, you're wasting your time anyway. Like, really.
And I message him and I'm like, are you standing me up right now? And he immediately unmatches me. I'm so...
Yeah, because you were late, right? Like, the men are sick and tired of wasting their time. Like, they really are. Many dudes, like, are not even necessarily angry or whatever else. Many dudes are just tired, man. You know, if you're not going to show up on time, why would a guy bother? Why would a guy stick around when a girl, like... Here's the thing, dudes have been stood up, you know, they've been spat on, okay, they've been like cussed out more times than these girls can possibly imagine, right? So why the hell would a dude sit there and go, you know what, for the 53rd time, I'm going to risk a girl just not cut, like, he probably left because you didn't show up on time. He probably unmatched you because you didn't show up on time. Men are just sick and tired, man. Like, it's really not that complicated.
Frustrated right now. I'm shaking. Why do men, like, why do they do this? Why are they...
Here's a
Bro, I can't even, you know, we've already addressed it. Let's move on.
Valentine's Day story that nobody asked for and probably didn't want, but I'm going to tell it anyways. A few years ago on Valentine's Day, I sat home alone all day waiting for the man I was seeing to give me the time of day. When he finally reached...
Wait, so on Valentine's Day, you were just sitting there waiting for the dude you were talking to message you? That is hilarious. Isn't that like peak 2022 behavior, right? I'm not going to message him. I'm just going to sit here until he talks to... Is that what's happening? Or am I misreading it? Hang on.
Out to me, he told me that he had spent the day at the beach with another woman. Lovely. Anyways, after that, I promised myself that I would no longer sit and wait for a man's attention on Valentine's Day. Guess what I freaking did all day? I sat and waited for the man that promised he would see me today to let me know what time. It's 5:30 p.m. and he still has not let me know what time he's going to see me today. So what did I do? Sat and waited at home all day for the man who said he was going to see me on Valentine's Day.
On Thursday.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. Guys, you ever notice how whenever girls tell you their relationship stories, it's always like, man, these last like 4 years, I've just been cheated on every single time, right? Or like these last, you know, 5 consecutive Valentine's days, the dude has just never wanted to hang out with me. Is this dude even your boyfriend? Like, it sounds to me like these are just men that you've met or whatever the case may be, but they're not necessarily your boyfriend. Okay, you're just wanting the dude's attention on... It's amazing, guys, how it's like patterns just repeat themselves and girls cannot see that it's the type of men that they're choosing. Most men are not out here choosing anything in the dating market, but these girls who have literally all of the power, oh, it's so difficult for them to acquire a date or a man who wants to see them. Funny how that works, gentlemen. But guys, we are going to be leaving it there. I did have a few more clips to show, but I really need to be heading out or else I myself am going to be late. So as always, guys, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. If there's anything you disagree with me on, which I'm sure I've said plenty of silly things this video, feel free to drop a comment, guys. Let me know. And as always, guys, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace. Yo, what is going on, guys? Past Taylor here. Just want to say thank you if you made it to the end of today's video. Before you head out, there's just a few announcements that I'd like to make. The first is that my editor, who goes through all of the blood, sweat, and tears of putting together these videos for us to endure, has started his own YouTube channel. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the video description below, so make sure that you go and show him some support by going and giving him a sub. Also, at the very bottom of the video descriptions, there is a link for those of you who are interested in becoming an editor. I'm not sure how long I'm going to leave these applications open for, but if you're interested in working with me behind the scenes, there will be a link at the very bottom of the video description. Lastly, guys, as always, don't forget to come and join us over on Locals. You guys might have noticed that a lot of YouTube content creators are kind of branching off to different platforms, and that's because we really don't know what we're allowed to say or do, and a lot of us don't really know how long we will be around for. So guys, make sure that you come and join us over on Locals. It's totally free to join. There's a support option if you're interested. There's also exclusive content and stuff like that over there, but it's totally free if you're just wanting to go and join, guys. The link is in the description, so make sure that you come and join us. But as always, guys, make sure you're taking care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.